This is the exact strategy we're using to take beginners from $0 to over $10,000 in just 7 days. Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. My name's Kamel, known as the Ecom King, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching every single one of you, especially those that are beginners, on how we're taking brand new beginners from $0 to over $10,000 in 7 days using this proven method that we've been using for the last few months. Now, I'm going to be teaching you guys the exact product research methods that we're using, and by the way, they're all completely free. I'm going to be showing you how we validate the products, what suppliers and what apps we're using, and I'm also going to be showing you exactly how we're using the Facebook ads to actually achieve these results. And I'm also going to be showing you guys the proof of this as well. And I want to make something very, very clear. These results have been done in a very fast time frame, and the likelihood of you guys achieving the same results in the same time frame is very unlikely. So be very realistic with your expectations. Let's say it takes you an extra 30, 60, 90 days to achieve the results. That is still very, very good. Do bear in mind that this is a business. It requires money, it requires time and effort, and it does mean that you're probably going to lose money. So please do keep all of that in mind. Now, I am going to be doing a 1-hour consultation call giveaway, and I will be doing these every single video from now on to give back to the community. Now, if you want to be entered into that giveaway, all you got to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn all post notifications on, and leave a comment on why you want to win the 1-hour consultation call. Now, please make sure you're paying attention to what I'm telling you guys in this video if you really want to learn this stuff. Either get a notepad and pen, either get your laptop with you, or you need to watch this video a few times over to really understand and grasp what I'm talking about. So I'm going to be starting this off by showing you guys the Shopify dashboard and the results so you can see all the proof. And before I actually get into the analytics, I want to give a massive shout out to my business partner George, who's one of the mentors in the company ecommercementoring.com, and he taught this beginner a few weeks ago how to go from 0 to 10k. And if you want to find out all the information about that, click the link in the description below. Now you can see the online store session rate is around about 17,000. The returning customer rate is pretty high, 3.6%. The online store conversion rate is pretty low, but it's still decent. And the average order value, which is very important, is $47, because if you take a look under online store sales, it shows honeycomb upsell funnel is attributed an extra almost $2,000, which really made this so successful and so profitable, which I'll be going over a little bit later. So let me give you guys the exact numbers on what we spent. Now, this revenue is based over 10 days, not 7 days, and it's around about $15,000. We spent around about $4,667 on Facebook ad spend, and we spent $3,350 on TikTok ad spend, and the net profit was around about $3,000, which is not bad, especially for your first 7 days. So let me move on to how we found the product. Now, to give you guys a clue, this was a Halloween product, and I'm not going to give you any more away because you'll be able to find out exactly what it is. But that's what really enhanced the results of this store, because we're doing a Q4 topic like Halloween. The sales rates are very higher than usual, so do bear that in mind. But we found the product on Instagram news feeds, and I'll show you how to do this later. The ad had a lot of positive comments, and people were tagging each other, meaning that it's a viral sharing product, which is very successful. Usually that's a sign that the product could go viral very fast, especially on TikTok, because that's where people really start sharing things. Now, this is the product validation criteria for our product. Now, it had the wow factor, and this is very important, especially for Halloween, when the whole idea of Halloween costumes is to have the wow factor. So this fits in, and of course, depending on the niche that you're in, it needs to fit in with. Now, it had a small size and easy to ship, so basically logistics was very easy for this product. So this product had a small sizing and it was easy to ship, meaning that the product was very small, and because of that, it makes it very cheap or free to ship, and logistically it's very easy to get through customs and other things like that. Now, I'm going to be going over upsells and cross sells a little bit later on so you can learn how we do it. Now, less than 3 competitors were running the product at the time, so that means that there was barely anybody running this product. This is the tactic that we use to fill up our newsfeed on Instagram with viral dropshipping products. So what you want to do is you want to head over to Instagram, and I'd recommend that you do this on your phone and not on the computer like I am, because you get more features and you actually get better feeds and posts. Now, once you come to Instagram, you want to go to the search bar and you want to search for things like Amazon finds, any products in your industry. So for example, I'm saying leggings is a product that I want to sell, so loads of leggings are going to come up, and once you click on it, it's going to show you the top post or the newest post. Now, you can follow this, and this is what I'd recommend that you do. If you follow this, it means that it's going to fill your your story and your feed up with these types of posts. Now, if you scroll through it, you can see that loads of people are posting pictures or videos of the products that they found that they thought were cool on Amazon. And you can see here this keyboard product right here. If I scroll up, some fashion products right here, and you got the hairbrush right here. So then once you do that, and let's say for example then I change this to leggings and I go through these and I follow this as a hashtag, it's going to fill up my feed with these types of products. Now this will take a few hours, a few days to actually get it to a point where your explore page will be full of amazing products and amazing posts. Now once you get to that stage, you're then wanting to go to your explore page and just scroll through, and you're looking more for reels than you are posts. And when you see reels that you know the product that they're selling is a dropshipping product, or there's an alternative product on AliExpress or one of these dropshipping suppliers, that is a good sign. And what you want to do is you want to click on the post and you want to see the comments, you want to see the likes to share ratio to see if it's performing well organically. Now once you've done that, you want to head over to the Facebook ad library, which is completely free, and you want to go to where it says search ads, and you want to change this to all, and you want to go to all ads, and then you want to search the keyword or the name of the product that you're looking for to see how many people are running that product that you're wanting to sell on Facebook, so you know how competitive it currently is. So as soon as I go to the search bar, I've typed in fur leggings because those are the leggings that I want to see how many people are currently selling them on Facebook ads. Now you can see it's coming up with gym leggings as well, apart from the ones that I'm actually looking for, and you can see loads of different gym leggings, but the ones I'm actually looking for are these ones right here. This at the moment is currently a viral product, so if you want a golden nugget, here's one right here. This product's got like 8,000 orders on AliExpress right now. So I want to see how many people are running ads for it. So I can see here, this brand's running ads for it. So that's one. There's another brand here. That's two running it for the same product, and this same brand right there. I think that's the same brand. That could be a third one, but if I scroll down, keep scrolling down, there's pretty much, I think that's it. I think there's only 2 or 3 brands running ads for that product that I'm looking for. Now you can actually filter this down as well by clicking filter, so you can change the languages, the platforms and things like that. You might want to change it to Instagram if you found the product on Instagram. That could be important. Now I might also find products that are doing really, really well as well. Now if I look here, I can see Boom Booty as a page, which is clever branding by the way, and you can see that they're selling these AliExpress China gym leggings, and you can see that they're doing some really good imagery and Photoshop techniques to make it look really good. And I guess these guys are all about selling gym leggings that are focused on exactly what the page name's all about. So that could be a good option for me to go down and see what they're selling, what the best sellers are, and potentially sell that as well. Now once you find the ads that are being ran for the same product that you're looking for, is you actually want to go to the see ads. It will show you this page where it shows you all the ads that they're currently running, and what you want to do is you want to search for their name on Facebook, or you just want to hover over the name and it will say go to page, which will take you to their Facebook page, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to find the original ad. Now this is the original ad, but what this won't let you see is it won't let you see the comments, and it won't let you see the likes to dislike ratio. It won't show you any of that. It will literally only show you the video and the actual ad copy. Now the likes, the comments is what you're actually looking for to see how well perceived the product's doing, and to see how many views it's got, to see how well these guys are scaling. Because if it's got 1 million views, it's going to be spending a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? If it's only got 10,000 views, they've barely started to scale it. Now, I've gone to their Facebook page and you can see a couple of posts that they're posting. Now, this is not what you're interested in because this won't show you the live ad. What you'll have to do is you'll have to go on their page, you'll have to click on their website, and as soon as you go through their websites, their Facebook pages, their Instagram pages, as soon as you go back to your home page on Facebook, you might see their ad, their actual sponsored ad come up on your newsfeed. As soon as you see that, then you can start to see the comments. So that's what you need to do to try and get Facebook to force the ads on your homepage. Now, once you've done that, you want to find the product on AliExpress, and I found it here and it's got over 10,000 orders. And what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to see what you could potentially upsell the product with, because that's where you're making the most money. Now, if we didn't do upsells, our profit would have not been where it is right now. It would have been a quarter of what we've actually made. Now, the best way to find out what you could potentially upsell or cross-sell with a product that you're wanting to sell as the main product is just by scrolling down and looking through the images that they give you. Now, they're showing off this woman wearing the leggings, but she's also wearing this purple hoodie kind of jacket kind of thing, whatever you want to call it. Now, I could use that as the upsell and say, get the full look with the actual top included. So you might actually want to search to see if you can find that top. And if you keep scrolling down, it then shows a scarf. So you can then upsell them on a scarf. And if you keep scrolling down, it shows these fur slippers. You can see they're fur slippers. You might want to upsell them on a fur slipper. So these are just something that you can do very easily to try and work out how to upsell people. Now, the funny thing is, on the right hand side, it will give you recommended. Now, these are products that are very similar to this. Now, you can see that they're recommending me a fur hoodie. So if I open this up, you'll see that this is just the same product, but in a fur version. So this is a fur hoodie. So you can see the inside is fur, and you can see that these leggings are fur leggings. So why buy just the leggings when you can buy the hoodie to go with it as well? So this is the best way to find cross sells and upsells for the actual main product. And this is a must have if you want to try and get the same results in this video. Now, let's talk about the landing page that we use to test the product with. Now, we use the Ecom solid theme. Now, for those that actually want to watch a step-by-step video on how to do this, I actually have a video that I made a few weeks ago about how to make the exact same store. So I'll leave it in the description and in the card. So I'd recommend you watch that a little bit later on. Now, the store had 4 products, but one product out of the 4 was the main product. So it was the main part of the landing page. And then the 3 other products that we had were just upsells and cross sells on the landing page. We added social proof and made all the website feel very congruent with the colors of the branding and the product. We added social proof by adding reviews, by adding customer guarantees, and then we also took the colors from the product and put it into the website to make it very congruent with what we're trying to sell. Now, the apps that we used is Ari Views, and these are like reviews importer. Now, you can use this or Luke's Reviews. Me personally, I use Luke's Reviews, but George wanted to use these guys. CJ Dropshipping, because these were the guys that we actually tested the product with, and I'll move on to that a little bit later. Ecom solid, because that's the page builder. Facebook, because that's what you use to actually get the Facebook ad account and pixel done. And then Honeycomb upsell, because that's what we're using to upsell, and I'll be going over that a little bit later on. Clavio, we're doing email marketing. SMS bump, text message remarketing, and Tracksure. Now, Tracksure is a company where they manually and automatically, fulfill the tracking numbers onto your PayPal account automatically for you. So when you're trying to scale a product, you don't need to worry about PayPal tracking, because this app does it all for you. And I'll leave a link to all of these apps in the description in the Ecom King deals link, and you'll get a discount or an extra free trial on some of these apps. Now, in terms of Clavio and SMS Bump, I'm not going to be going over these because I've already gone over these 2 apps in my free course. So I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how Honeycomb works and the strategies you can use and the ones that we use. But it doesn't matter what upselling you're doing, which upselling app that you've used. It's all about split testing. Now, when you're doing upsells, you have to split test, because you don't know which one's going to be most effective unless you test out all the different variations of upselling, because there's loads of different ones you can do. So for example, you can do a pre-purchase upsell. So basically increase your cart value as soon as customers head to the checkout. So as soon as they head to the checkout, as soon as they click checkout, it's going to give them an option to add something else to the cart. So we call that a pre-purchase upsell funnel. So that's one that you can do with Honeycomb. Now, again, you want to be split testing this. So for example, we might sell the leggings, but then when they click this button, it might give them the option to actually buy the hoodie as well. Now, you can also do something called post-purchase upsell. So convert customers after they've bought the initial order. So they've just bought, let's say, a makeup brush or the leggings, and then after they've purchased it, it says get special deal, and then it takes them to the hoodie for the leggings. Then you've got something called a post-purchase upsell funnel. Now, win more sales with real one-click upsell offers. So as soon as you click the button, it's going to upsell them on loads of different options. So you can see here they've got the powerful split testing option right here, which is very, very powerful, and this is the one that I'd recommend that you guys test out, especially when you're testing a product and you want to be trying it every other week, different options of upselling, and then once you find the one that does extremely well, go with that one permanently when you scale up. So we worked with CJ to actually test the product initially, and then when the students started making consistent sales, he contacted an agent and asked them to buy it in bulk, and then after they purchased it in bulk, the shipping times were around about 7 to 12 days with quality checking in hand. So this is how CJ Dropshipping works. Now, before we actually get into this, I want to make something very, very clear. CJ Dropshipping is an alternative to AliExpress, and there's many alternatives to AliExpress, and I would recommend going down that route, but it's never perfect. So when you're trying to dropship where you're literally not using an agent, you're not using a fulfillment center, you're purely just testing by dropshipping. The logistical side will never ever be perfect. It doesn't matter who you use, they will never guarantee and never will be perfect, so do bear that in mind. Now CJ have updated their website slightly, and they actually do tell you the supplier's name and the legal name for them as well. And what you can see here is these are the fur leggings that I'm wanting to sell. You can see the cost of the product, the variants they've got, the warehouses, the countries that you're shipping from, and you can see that the actual estimated time of delivery is 12 to 18 days. And I always say to people, you don't want to be going over 15 to 20 days, so this fits in with what I think is good when testing products. Now you can see in total combined, the total dropshipping price for these are going to be between 7, 60 and 13. So I've got to try and bear that in mind when I'm selling the product. So I've got to try and make an extra $15 to $20 on top of that to actually make it realistic for me. Now do bear in mind that the prices on this website change all the time. There's no guarantee that it'll stay at this certain price. It's all depending on the supply and demand. Now you should only be drop shipping like this for the first few weeks until you're starting to scale and you're seeing consistent orders on your website between 3 and 10. Then you want to be moving to an agent and a fulfillment center. Drop shipping is just to get the proof of concept to tell you if it's going to work or it's not going to work. Now the good thing about CJ Dropshipping is they do actually have agents in-house that you can use where they'll actually buy it in bulk for you, and you can use them as an agent if you want to go down that route where you can keep it all within one house, being CJ. Or you can use a company that we use a lot called Ecommerce, and you can see that they do product sourcing, inventory storage, branding, and all these other things. And this is a great way to be working with agents when you want to scale. And during Q4, you really want to be going down the agent route once you've got that proof of concept. So this is the Facebook strategy that we used, and this is an aggressive Facebook strategy, by the way, so do bear this in mind. For beginners, this might not be very friendly for you guys because of how aggressive it is. Now, when you want to be using aggressive strategies like this is if you're very confident in the product or you feel like time is against you. That's when you want to be using an aggressive strategy like this. If you want to go for more of a medium, more of an okay strategy where it's not so aggressive, use the one from the free course. But if you really want to go all in and you're very keen to see if the product's good, this is what I would recommend. So we started with $100 CBO. Now normally I say ABO, but if you really want to scale, go for CBO straight away. We did 1 interest and 3 creatives, and we did 10 ad sets within that CBO. After the first day, the product was profitable, so we duplicated the CBO campaign and increased the budget to $200. We kept the original one on and we turned off the original one as soon as the new one was replacing it with the actual ROAS score and things like that. We saw the profit straight away again, so we did the same thing again, but this time we changed it from $400 and then we moved it all the way up to $800. So when you're increasing the budget of the CBO, make sure you're duplicating the campaign and then changing the budget. Don't change your budget on the original campaign because I find that that never works. After that, we had to stop the ads to make optimizations on the website because the conversion rate was very low. And this is something that I want to say, don't scale unless your conversion rate is industry standard. Because if your conversion rate isn't at industry standard, which is 2 and 2.5%, then when you scale up, you're going to struggle very badly. So don't get into that mix where you want to scale with a bad conversion rate, because it's only going to make you less money when you scale than when you're not scaling, which a lot of people don't realize. So what we ended up doing is we added some upsells and cross sells to increase the AOV. We did some email marketing, SMS marketing, and that gained us an extra 20% in revenue. So I'm going to be showing you guys quickly what this would look like in the ads manager so you guys get an idea for how you can actually do this. So you click create campaign, you're going to click conversions, you're going to click continue, and then what you're going to do is you're going to call the campaign CBO aggressive, product name broad. That's what I typically call my CBO aggressive campaigns. Then you're going to scroll down and keep the budget to $100 or whatever the currency is in related to the US dollar. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to then go to the ad set level, and then you're going to want to call this ad set the age that you're targeting, the countries that you're targeting, and also the interest that you're targeting and the platforms that you're targeting. So if you're doing Facebook, put Facebook in here and so forth. I know these are spelled incorrectly, but you get what I'm trying to say. Then you're going to select the pixel. So always make sure you've got a brand new pixel for each product that you're testing. Then you want to scroll down, and then here you've got existing. This is for like lookalikes and stuff, so ignore that. Then in locations, I add the e-packet countries minus Brazil and Mexico. Age range, I do 21 to 65, genders, female and male. And then the targeting, make sure you turn off detail expansion, have that turned off. And then targeting, you want to be targeting broader interest where the potential reach is between something like 5 to 500 million. And then you want to be doing manual placements. And this is more of a thing on ad accounts where sometimes automatic does well and sometimes manual does well. So I would split test Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds, and I'd also split test automatic placements. But I do find that auto placements work better for me on CBO. Now, once you've done that, what you then want to do is you want to create 3 ads. So what you'll do is you'll duplicate this 3 times by clicking 3. And then once you've done that, you should have 3 ads. Now, I did mistakenly say duplicate it 3 times. You should be duplicating it twice because that would equal 3. And then once you've done that, you want to have an image, you want to have a video, and you want to have a carousel. So you should have those 3 different contents. And then once you've done that, you want to duplicate this 9 times, and the only thing you're going to change is this interest. So once your campaigns have been running for around about 12 to 24 hours, you want to be taking a look at the CPC, which is cost per click, the CTR, which stands for click-through rate, and your CPM, which is 1,000 impressions. Now, what you want to be looking for with CPC is you want to be seeing if it's under industry standards, which basically means it's got to be under $1 to $1.50, depending on how high ticket the product is. But for most of you, it should be under $1. You also want to be looking at your CTR, which should be above 2%, and that's industry standard. Now, I'd recommend that you look at your CTR on the ad level and not on the campaign level, because that's more important, and your CTR should be above 2%. Now, your CPMs realistically should be under around about $20. Now, it can be slightly over that, but CPMs is more of the weaker metric to look for. It's these 2 that are very important. And then you also want to be looking at your add to carts to see how many you've been getting, and you may have had a few purchases. But the main thing is you want to be trying to keep these 2 here on a certain base level, because these are very important, and again under the industry standards or above this industry standard. And these are the 2 that you must focus on when you scale up with your CBOs. So how did we deal with the Facebook tracking issues that are historically known? So we followed the fundamental setup for iOS 14, which is domain verification, setting up aggregated events manager, setting up conversion APIs, and setting up UTM parameters on the ad level to add an extra level of tracking. Now, we've actually made a full video about how to do this, so I won't be doing it in this video. Make sure, and I can't emphasize this enough, if you want to use Facebook ads to actually run products on, you must have all of these done. If you haven't, it's pointless. Don't even try, because at the end of the day, you're only going to be reading data that is off by a lot. So unless you've got this, do not even bother reading the data, because it's going to be completely off. For those that are asking where the URL parameters are on the ad level, it's right at the bottom right here. This is where you add it. But like I said, I'll leave a link in the description to the video you can watch on how to learn this. So let's talk a little bit about creative side of things. So we use content from YouTube because I find it's the best quality version of the content, and we just scrambled it all together and put it into one video, and I teach you how to do this in the free course. We made sure that our creatives were very fast paced, and we call that speed ramping, where it's just the scenes are cutting very quickly, because if you just show one scene of your video and without it changing dramatically, people get bored of that video. So you have to keep chopping the video up like every 3 to 5 seconds, where it's showing new clips, because it keeps people intrigued. And have music in the background that keeps up with the fast pace, because music will dictate the emotion of how the video is played to the consumer. Now, we also ordered more creators from Fiverr after the first test. So we ordered loads from Fiverr and then got them sent to us, and I'll leave a link in the description to somebody that we use a lot on Fiverr. So this is the Facebook strategy that we used after the optimizations on the website. So after we made all those changes on our websites, we got some new creatives. We started 2 ABO campaigns, one for testing interest, LLAs, and one for testing creatives. So when it comes to testing new interest, and I've always said this since iOS 14, interest targeting is the most powerful way of targeting right now on Facebook. It's better than lookalikes, and it's better than retargeting. Now, when you want to be testing things like interests out, and you want to be testing things like creatives out, do it in an ABO campaign. Now, you must test as many interests as you can out for that product, and roughly every product has between 20 and 80 interests that are directly correlated to that product, because at the end of the day, out of those 20 to 80, you'll only find around about 10 to 30% that actually perform very well. After that, we started scaling with ABO. We took the best performing interests and the best performing creatives, and we put them in one ad set. We started the ad set at $15 to $20. Once we saw success with that, we duplicated it 5 times with the same budget and 3 times with the $300 budget. We did that to see what budget would work best for that specific ad account. And this is something that I can't preach more about. People say, what should I be doing? $5? Should I be doing $3? Should I be doing $10? Should I be doing $20? No one will know how much you should be spending on each ad set unless you test a variety of budgets out. Now, with our clothing brand, it's really funny because it's very high ticket. £3 ad sets work the best. I've tried £5, I've tried £10, it don't work. £3 just works very well. So you got to test this out on the ad account. So how this compact interest targeting scaling campaign works is you want to go back to creating a campaign, conversion, and you want to call this campaign scaling interest and creative. So scaling interest and creative. I'm not going to type it all in, but you get what I'm saying. Turn CBO off, go to the ad set level, and then you want to type in the interest that you're going to be putting into this one. Now, I don't recommend going over 5 interests in one ad set, but then type that in, and once you've done that, scroll down, change this between 10 and 20. So you want to be testing between 10 and 20. You might even want to test 5 to 20. So try 5, then try 10, then try 20 and see which one works the best. And you want to be testing it over 2-day periods. Once you do that, you want to go to the detailed targeting section and you want to be adding the 5 interests that worked well. So let's say, for example, clothing did well. So I'll type in clothing, add it. Then let's say women's wear did well, I'd add women's wear in. Let's say leggings did well, I'd add that in. Let's say gym leggings did well, I'd add that one in. So you want to be adding up to 3 to 5 interests into this one section here, and that's stacking them in here, and make sure you got that detailed expansion turned off. Then what you want to do is you want to be putting the best 3 ads in here. So between 2 and 3 ads must go under one ad set. So let's say the carousel, and let's say carousel 1 and video 1 perform the best. Now you should have been testing 10 different videos, 10 different carousels, and they should be called carousel 1, carousel 2, carousel 3, carousel 4. Now let's say video number 1 did well, and then let's say video number 6 did well, and let's say carousel number 4 did well. I'd add those 3 different ads under this one ad set, and I would just leave this one and I'll duplicate it 3 times, and then if that did well, I'll duplicate it again another 3 times on the ad set level. That's the exact strategy we use to take this beginner from $0 to $10,000 in just around about 7 days. Now, if you've enjoyed this video and you've learned something, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be catching you guys on the next video.